Good morning to you. You know what time it is. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What is it? What is it, senorita? What is it, senorita? What a girl. What is it, girl? Now let me clean your eye out. Got it. Got it. Got it. What are you doing? What did somebody say, treat and you come running? Somebody say treat and you come running? Is that what it is? Somebody say treat. Somebody say treat and you come running? Alright, alright, alright. Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Yeah? Okay, here you go. No, it would help if you put the coffee in the cup, Rich. Well, liquid life, the joy, the awakening, the peacefulness. The best part of waking up is coffee in my cup. Alright, we had a message yesterday I wanted to talk about. It was a very inspiring message. It was very emotional for me, and it really made me realize through all the frustration of what goes on this channel and all the things that I teach you guys and I show you guys, and I take you through the ins and outs of what it's like to be a dealership technician and show you all the repairs and the recalls and stuff that we need, and preventative maintenance to keep our vehicles on the road. It can be very frustrating sometimes because there's a lot of very mean people out there, and they like to say a lot of negative things. And there's a lot of guys on here that they think because they've been doing something for 30 years and it's gotten them by, that it's the right way to do things, and then they run across a guy like me that's highly educated, that has been spending a lot of time in the field, that has spent time with guys like them, learned from guys like them, and then went off to college and got the more technical side of why and how, and then went back to the field and worked in the professional environment that show you why not to do things like guys like them, because it just barely gets you by. There's a lot of people that respect me because I still hold a lot of old school value and a lot of old school teaching and stuff, and the way I address things up front and personal, and if I have to say it, I say it, and a lot of times it's words that we don't like curse words and things like that, and I apologize for that, but that's me sometimes, and that's just how I'm feeling at the time, and that is what you get. It's part of my life, it's part of this field, it's part of the aggravation and the stress of dealing with what I deal with on a daily basis in the automotive field, in this industry, where I get to see things that you guys will never see and deal with corporate shenanigans and business shenanigans and dealership shenanigans that you guys are never going to be part of. But I can get you as close as possible by letting you live that lifestyle through me, vicariously through me, right? So there was a message that popped up here yesterday. I'm going to flash it on the screen right now. And let's talk over it. Jordan here says, very cool idea and great execution. I'm an auto mechanic student and we watch your videos all the time at Lincoln Tech in Melrose Park, Illinois. Your videos are an inspiration for me to be a great technician someday and not just a parts changer. Keep it up. That means everything to me. When I can get young guys involved in what I'm doing and they can see through all the aggressiveness that I may come across with sometimes, or the stress that I'm coming across with sometimes, because that's just part of the field. You're going to meet guys that are like that, but not every video, you know. And then it's the things where another technician comes forward and says, dude, I have been doing everything for the last couple weeks to get this car right, and I ran across your video, I sucked it up, and I let my ego go, and I went to search and ask for help, and there your video was. You were talking about vacuum leaks and mass airflow readings and flex fuel not being able to be learned, and everything that you were talking about is exactly what I'm going through right now. And when I watched your video and I was done with it, I was able to go back to the vehicle and look at all these things you were talking about, and I found my problem and I fixed the car. You should be an instructor, man. You're really, really good at this. And I love what I do. I love helping people and teaching people. Or you have some husband and wife team with their kids and stuff like that, and they're on the road in their camper, their F-150, their Expedition, whatever it is, and they're traveling, and they get, hundreds, if not, over 1,000 miles away from home, and they break down. And they have enough to go on their trip and get fuel and stuff like that, and maybe some odd and end things, but all that extra cash is going to be taken away from them because they broke down, and now they have to pay a $300 or $400 record bill. They watch one of my videos online, they do a quick Google search, 2016, 2014 F-150, will crank but it won't start, and then they run across the first 4 videos, which are all my videos in that category, and they follow the simple directions that I give to check this, check this, check this, check this, and by the time they're done, 99.9% of the time, I just saved them that $300 or $400 for that tow, if not thousands of dollars in some cases, and they're back on the road, driving to their destination to enjoy their vacation that they work so hard for to take with their family. Or you get like instructors or teachers at schools that say, dude, I've been doing this my whole life and I've never seen anybody like you. I've never seen anybody be able to connect with people in a real world, real life. Not even every word that comes out of your mouth is perfect or even ideal, but you just know how to connect with people. And I'd love to have you come talk in my college. Come talk to my classroom. Come speak to the people. They'd love to hear from you. Or my students already watch you and they love everything about it. Or some father-son team that says, I talk to my son before we watch your videos and let them know there may be some words that this man says that are not okay to say as a kid, but understand that he's an adult. He could say these things. You can't. And then we watch your videos and he's so excited by the time he's done it. He's only 10 years old and he loves watching you work on cars and talk about things and act silly, and it's an inspiration for him because I could tell at a young age that he liked taking things apart and putting them back together, and I want him to watch you. I want to learn from you, and I want to teach my kid through you. And we learn together. And he said, it's just amazing what you've done here. He said, when I first started watching you, you were real rough around the edges and you were getting mad about everything all the time. And now you've kind of come a long way, and I see you growing into this person that's able to deal with things at a completely different level, and you're getting better and better. And he said, I want to say thank you for inspiring my child and giving me the ability to help teach him and be there for him. When you go to these trade schools and stuff, I went to them. I went to Universal Technical Institute, and you take all these programs. You can sit there in the class and you can see who's serious and who's not serious. You can see who in those classes are really putting their mind to it and focusing and taking notes and learning the subject. And you see the clowns that are sitting around screwing around with each other, talking about what they're going to do after class and this weekend and stuff like that, not taking anything serious, taking the most days per class off that they can possibly take without failing just because that's what they do. And it's a party scene for them. A lot of these young guys that come to these programs, they want to do something with themselves, but they're easily influenced by other young guys that don't. They're using the college as a daycare program. Mommy and daddy sees that they're not doing anything, and they said, "Well, go to automotive college and we'll pay for your $30-some thousand later." And it was just an expensive babysitting program. A lot of these guys aren't serious. I'd say in a classroom of 30 students, there's probably a good 20 of them that are pretty serious about what they're doing. But that other 33%, the other 10 people in that class, they don't care. They're there because they don't have anything else to do. A lot of the successful ones don't even go back to the automotive field when they're done with the program. A lot of them will go back home and work for like a refrigeration company or Thermo King, or working on semi-truck trailers, or working in a warehouse on equipment and stuff. And that's okay. That may have led you in that direction. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's a stepping stone for them to figure out exactly what they want. And when some of these other companies see how transferable the automotive industry is over into their industry, they'll hire right from it. And they'll use that as credentials to get into their field. There's a big portion of these students that go to these programs at UTI and Tech and Lincoln Tech, and that they're not serious. But then there's those that do go to those programs that are serious, that do deserve a chance, and not talked down to and made fun of. And well, you have a young guy coming in to interview. What is he from? Lincoln Tech? What is he from? UTI? Yeah, there's a lot of boneheads there. But having that mentality as an employer overall, or a shop manager, it's not going to get you anywhere. You might have that one good guy that's going to come in and do everything that you ask, and you're going to really make and mold him into something that you're going to be proud of. But you just shot it down because of your own bias, because of your own insecurities. And that's what holds us back a lot in life, is the fact that we have those insecurities and those biases. It's what holds a lot of other people back in life as well, is because of your insecurities and bias, that you don't give them a chance. It takes them that much longer to get where they need to be, but it's their journey. They'll get there. If we could all just be better. Just be better, and through all the frustration and negativity and stuff that you hear that may come out of my mouth sometimes, just know that there's a purpose for it. And it's to help. It's to reach out and touch young guys like this guy that's in college, that's trying to make something of himself, that wants to be somebody. Okay. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to finish my coffee and spend some time with my family. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all.